Is up, everybody? Welcome back to Miles TV. Today we are doing our episodic review. I love that word, episodic. Episodic review on MythCraft, the podcast. We are on episode 8. Episode 8. The Road to Darkness. Alright, well, one thing is character art is being made for all the characters right now. I don't know who's making the art. I need to come with more information about that, get more facts on like stuff, do better about these reviews. But once I have more time in the day and catch up on things, I think I'll be better about that. But as of right now, we're just trying to catch up. But character art is being made for all the characters by episode 8. So keep that in mind. Character art's probably been out there by now, so go check it out. You can hop in the Discord and ask for something. They're on Twitter and all social media. So go check it out. I think the character art is pretty cool. It's very stylized. I like how it looks. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this review. We start off with the Queen. She instantly is like, hey, I'm gonna go question Elmwish. I'm about to, like, you guys are more than welcome to come, but I gotta go get this done. Heads off. Friend doesn't really understand what's gonna happen. He's like, hey, we're just about to go ask questions, right? Because it sounds like he's about to die. And Lucian, being the smooth talker, the face of the group, I think that's what they call it in like Shadowrun and Cyberpunk. The face of the group, he's like, well, depends on how things go. Friend doesn't really understand, so they go into this interrogation. They head off to question Elmwish. Super torture room. I don't know. I did not expect things to go this way, just to go into torture. Because we walk into this torture room, Kyle does a great job at giving a description of the torture room, and I'm like, he did that a little too well. Got me a little nervous there. But very much a torture room. The Queen immediately starts off by digging her claws into Elmwish. Is like, basically like, we're not here to mess around. We're here to get things done. Harlow, Friend, is basically just kind of thrown off by what's happening. It's like, I thought we were just asking questions and like whatever. It's just too much. So Harlow ends up taking Friend on a lovely walk. Before Friend leaves, Lucian gives Friend a doll. And he says, hey, this is my best friend. Keep it safe. Now it could have been just like a ploy to give Friend a kind of distraction or whatever, but I don't know. I gotta ask old Roger about that, because that was, I don't think that was ever brought up again, but it was like, was that really his doll or whatever, or was that just something he had ready there? He was gonna give it to Hildegarde one day or something. I don't know. The Queen is pretty emotional. She takes a step back. Lucian starts trying to get information from Elmwish. He's trying to do like this good cop, bad cop. He's coming up to Elmwish doing the smooth talking act. Elmwish isn't having none of that. He's just like, I'm a spy and I've trained for this. I'm good to go. Elmwish ends up saying something about Lucian's parents. He tells him that Harlow knows something about the day he left the web. So, man, when I catch up and I do my murder board, it's gonna be like Harlow, Lucian's parents, the web, the Illuminati. Can't wait. But apparently Harlow knows something about the day he left the web. It had something to do with Lucian's parents. Because apparently Lucian's parents are missing or dead and he doesn't know. So he's just trying to figure out what's going on there. Elmwish ends up saying like, hey, we got spies everywhere. We know everything. There's nothing you can't hide from us. And he starts like just spouting stuff about everybody. Like, hey, we know Thistle is from here and we know their parents. We know their friends, their family. Hildegarde ends up getting upset, and they banter back and forth. Hildegarde ends up stuffing weeds up Elmwish's nose, and Thistle punches him. The queen comes back and realizes what she's done. Now, you bought these group of... Lucian's not so much a kid. Thistle, Friend... You bought these... The queen, realizing what she's done is she brought these people into her business of being like, I gotta interrogate. You brought these, I want to say almost random strangers in here to interrogate Elmwish when it was very much going to be a torture. And she realizes like this has happened. And she's like, well, all right, let's take a step back. We're gonna assess the situation. And at this point, she really doesn't want any more information from Elmwish. She just like, hey, you said that you got spies watching the group's family and stuff. Have they done anything yet? And Elmwish is like, depends on what you mean. Really being vague, really not getting any information. Hildegarde instantly is like, hey, we should probably just kill this guy and be done with it. And Lucian's like, no, we don't do that. We're not judges. We're not executioners. So we have to give him his trial, let the queen decide, blah, blah, blah. And Hildegarde's like, it would just be easier if we killed him. But Elmwish ends up telling Hildegarde that he was there when the village was destroyed. He was one of the people that summoned these fiends that destroyed Hildegarde's village, and he's the reason that she doesn't have any parents. So Hildegarde runs at him, going for his throat, ends up knocking over the chair, and he hits his head on the floor really hard, and Elmwish is no more. I'm thinking he had 1 HP and that did him in. We cut over to Friend and Harlow. Friend and Harlow are having a lovely day, getting ice cream. Harlow's ends up dropping wise words for Friend. He's like, be yourself. Just be happy to be you. Somebody else tries to come up and tell you to do something. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I think one of the things he did set up is like, Harlow was like, hey, if some military people ever come up and tell you to do something that you don't want to do, you don't have to do it. And Friend's just like, okay, that was weird, but yeah. But reiterate that Friend and Harlow have like a really nice, lovely time on this ice cream date. We cut back to the other group. The queen is trying to teach them that, hey, this is kind of like a bad thing that takes place. Like, you know, we definitely just killed a man. He was a spy. Of course, he was bad and everything, but we should not have killed him type stuff. And everybody's just kind of like, okay. The group ends up meeting back up. Lucian goes off with Harlow and he catches him up on like what he missed, and Harlow's a little worried about Thistle, so he kind of reads her a little bit before they all split up, and that's where the episode ends. I wasn't expecting, when I first listened to this, I was not expecting a torture episode. I mean, it wasn't like hardcore torture. It wasn't anything like bad or anything. I just wasn't expecting to go that route. Like the questions and everything, I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna go question it. It's like it just flew over my head that like it was gonna be torture. But it's very much like felt like a setup to what's to come episode, because he was like, hey, we got spies everywhere. Lucian, your parents, blah blah blah. Thistle, Hildegarde, I was there when the fiends were summoned. So it's like we got bits of lore, and we got a little bit of information of what was going on. I really dig. I say this all the time, but I really dig the way Tanner plays Friend. He does not miss a beat when it's coming to like making him act and receive things much as a child. It's like he does a good job of doing that. Lucian does a really good job smooth talking. He does a good job smooth talking. Roger does a good job doing that. Because I'll play like a face character, and I'm empty on words. I'm like, I don't talk this much in real life. What makes you think I can do it in make believe? So he does a really good job of doing that. So I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Just the torture threw me off a little bit. I mean, like, I don't know. But this episode was definitely a 7 out of 10. I feel like it's setting up for future episodes. I know it's setting up for future episodes. And it's a pretty solid episode. I don't have any major complaints about it. Yeah. But anyway, that's that. Really gotta find an outro for these things. But anyway, as always, thanks for tuning in to Miles TV. You guys have a good night. Bye.